Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we are getting some new glass for the Duramax rebuild. Look at this beautiful new windshield. I don't know if you saw, but the other one we couldn't quite use. It just had a small crack from when it rolled over. And so we're going to get that in, the rear window put back in. Our friends from Susquehanna Valley Auto Glass are here. If you're in the central PA area, they are awesome to deal with, have helped us out with a couple different projects now. Their info's right there and it'll be down in the description below. They also have a Duramax van, which is pretty awesome. And there we go, guys. We have got our new beautiful windshield installed. Obviously, it's still drying, so we're not going to go on any drives for a little bit here. And the back end is our old glass. We didn't get new glass for this because it wasn't cracked, but we probably at some point in the future will update this because from being a construction truck, like the whole back of the cab's pretty damaged, which the back of the cab we're getting fixed. That's why we didn't paint it when we did the back of the bed. You can see the back of the bed's already painted in the color we're going with, which is the factory burgundy that the truck originally was, but this glass is all scratched. So didn't really realize how bad it was until now, unfortunately, but it'll work for the time being, and someday down the road we can probably switch that out and get a little bit better glass. And with that glass installed, let's talk about some interior updates. While that was all being put in, I decided to coat part of our dash here. This was our old glove box panel and it was all peeling, which the factory stuff from GM pretty much always peels. And I stripped it completely down to the bare plastic and grabbed, where's it here? A can of this Duplicolor vinyl and fabric. It is a tick, I mean, just a little bit lighter than the factory stuff, but not you're never gonna notice. So that worked really, really well. It comes out actually really nice. First I've ever done any real interior coating. And I was getting ready to do the dash, except for I picked it up and just cracked this thing. So that's my own stupid fault. There was some stuff that was kind of sitting on top of it. I thought I could just like slide it out. Just cracked immediately. It was real brittle. So I'm gonna have to get a new dash top. But in good news, I have a restitched. We had one that was took some damage from the pressure washer, but I got a restitched headrest here. All good to go. It you can see there's just a little bit of a color difference, but it's pretty close. And honestly, I think these ones here are just dirty. So once we clean them up, it'll be very, very close. It looks pretty much new. So real happy with that. And everybody was wondering if we were gonna keep these. Yes, we are. So the reason I was focused on getting this guy done is because it has to slide in on this side to have the center console come into place, and I want to get the center console in. So that piece right there just sits in behind here. So we got to put this piece in first, then we'll throw the center console in. A lot of that aftermarket wiring mess runs into the center console. So hopefully we'll be able to dissect a little bit more of what goes to what here. Rolling away. All right, stop time. So let that sit there, and then I'll put this piece in for the glove box. All right. Wow, it's dirty. Okay. So I still got a little bit of carpet stuff to tuck in here, and I don't know why there's this hole. The other carpet had that. I cut it out. It was there, but I don't think it's actually necessary, but it'll be under the seat, so not a big deal. But I just copied the template of the old carpet, so, and everything else is pretty much right. I've had to do a little adjustment here and there, but it's pretty much been right on. And so this guy is just held in with the seat bolts on either side, two 10mm up there, but this wiring stuff is just crazy. I mean, I got wires coming out the back of it and all up inside here, and no real clear. I think a lot of this stuff is from like features, whatever you want to say, accessories that are no longer in the truck. So, because I just can't figure out any reason that there would be this many wires under here. So, I mean, we got to do ones for heated seats. Those are aftermarket. And we're going to try to incorporate the factory ones here. And then this seat over here wasn't power. We're going to make it power, so we're going to add our own supply over here to have power seats on both sides. And then light bar up there needs to be plugged in. So, I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff to work on here, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these wires we don't even need. And the last thing to put in for the center console is this guy. Got our cigarette lighters and the light bar connection. I think this is the light bars. Maybe these are rock lights. I can't remember which was which, but do have an HDMI cable right here, which it seems like it should be a little longer if you're actually going to plug it into anything, because it's like right here if you wanted to play stuff on the screen, but that's fine. So like there's a wire, and I think this is for my switch. There should be another end of that guy somewhere, but it probably is running in from over here. Okay. Gonna have to do a little research. Alright, so I'm in here dissecting some wires. You can see I got a bunch of stuff pulled out. Here's everything that I've taken out from underneath the center console there. And I'm pretty sure those were all just ground cables. I don't think they were actually anything, from what I can tell. And then we got this under the dash, which is not used anymore. We'd already cut off the wires. It's not connected to anything. I think this was just for remote start. So I'm definitely just learning as I go here, and what I learned is this box, it will not start without this. So now all it has to be is plugged in. Like, it had some wires running up into here, I guess, for remote start. Like I said, I think that's what this is, but I really don't know for certain. It had some stuff going up into all the ignition wires up here, and if it's all it has to be is plugged in here, and it'll start. Without it, it will not. So I mean, I think I'm going to find some other stuff that doesn't work without it too. Probably my door locks are not going to work, I'm guessing. But we'll keep playing with it here and see what we can find. But I eliminated a ton of wires so far already. I mean, like, none of this stuff matters. This right here is the just for brake controller, so that's a big clump of wires. But I think that's pretty much everything for the brake. Well, some of it isn't, but most of it's just for the brake controller. That's probably much as we can do right now. I'll have to throw the seats up in. We have an exciting announcement coming for all the leather seats pretty shortly anyways. Working with a great company, we're gonna have this interior looking awesome. So, but that's coming in an upcoming video, and I'll have to just go get a dash pad, a new one. And I don't want to put this pad or this kick panel back on because, well, we're still gonna have to install the light bars. We got new rock lights, just a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to be doing some wiring for. But at least I got rid of that rat's nest of wiring. I think I got things at least a little bit straightened out. Door panels are not going on either because we're gonna wait until after paint for those. Not much else we can really do on the inside, so I think let's do some stuff on the outside. And we got a thunderstorm rolling through, so I'm gonna pull this guy in the garage. Well, I got our hinges for the hood installed. I was gonna go out and grab the hood because it's sitting in the driveway. We actually moved it for the glass to be put in because it was in the bed before. It's just sitting out here. I'm gonna wait on that and hopefully the rain will stop. So in the meantime, I think we're gonna pop in these kicker bars for our lift. So here's everything that comes in the kit. We got 2 kicker braces. We got 2 of these brackets that these mount on this side, run up to the front cross member on either side. And you just bolt them through. And then on this side right here, you drill some holes, and you got extra bolts in here to attach the back to the, I guess it's the transmission cross member. Alright, I'm filming.
I can't sing then?
Please don't. Yeah, Lance is here singing. Which is cool. I mean, I'm not a hater of the arts. So I think these are the holes that this goes in, but as always, I could be wrong. More often than not, I am. Ooh. Tell you what, there's a ways in there. Oh, guys, I forgot to mention it. We got a new impact. Ooh. Okay. Starting in. I'm already ready for the rubber mallet comments. Should have used a mallet.
Maybe I'll go buy a rubber mallet for you.
I liked last video where we just called this a rubber mallet. There we go. So there's what we're looking at. This guy comes up. See if I can move here. Meets up with the transfer case brace right about there. There is a hole that somebody drilled in, so I'm going to try to drill on either side of this, or of that. That way, we actually get some good meat. All right, I wish I could have gotten the drilling out process and inserting the self tappers in there, but I really couldn't get the phone in there at a good angle. So this guy is installed. I really don't know how much they necessarily do, but I think it's definitely not going to hurt anything. So I think it's time. We're going to pop up there. I'll put the other brace on a little later, but let's put the hood on. So with those kicker braces in, it's a little bit nicer outside. I think we can put this hood on the top here. Lance is here, and he's dressed up as an ice cream cone. So, not a joke. He actually is. And he was just standing out. It's still raining, but we're gonna go grab this hood. Here we go.
Do you have bolts handy?
No. No, I didn't get the bolts yet.
Okay, I'm gonna step it over that way so you can get around. Just slide it right back into the windshield.
Yeah, just let's take her out.
And that's first adjustment? That's the first adjustment. So just slam it. There you go. We're not breaking it.
Yeah.
Alright. There's.
No, it's not gonna fit quite right on.
That actually.
Yeah, your side's real close. I got a little bit.
Terrible.
I got way too much on this side. So this side's looking pretty good. I mean, even if you know, there's no bump stops or anything in here, and this fender edge is bent actually a little bit, which I mentioned in the last video, but so that one's not too bad. Obviously, we still got a little bit of work to do on it. This one over here, I am quite confident this hinge is bent, like significantly, but maybe it's just pushing up. Maybe it would actually be okay with that bolt in. I'm not sure. So, because I can push it down a fair amount. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's sticking way up back in the hole right there. But definitely gonna have to do some adjustments. But hey, at least it's something. So I wish we could put the grill and headlights and stuff like that on. The headlights we actually haven't even received yet. Lots of shipping stuff is way backed up still from coronavirus stuff. So we're gonna have to wait on that. And the grill we have, but it's gonna have to be taken off for paint. This is gonna get painted on the underside as well. So I have grease on my face, but we're pretty much gonna have to wrap it up for today. We're waiting on a bunch of parts, and so that's kind of what I can do. I mean, there's little stuff that I theoretically could do, but I don't really feel like it. That's the truth. But we will get it back together here. Sorry the videos have been a little bit more sporadic. The economy opened up here, and I am back full-time working outside of YouTube. So got to take care of those things first, and then YouTube comes second. But we are going to get it done, and it's going to be done soon. The big thing now, honestly, is we just need to get it to paint. Everything else kind of we're waiting around because we can't assemble the front bumper and all those things because we're getting all that painted and coated on the inside. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great night.